Hello, Ken Obasi, Leslie here. You know, excuse me, excuse the light. Just been trying to get the light together in here and everything, So, hey, just had the inspiration to do another short video. Basically, I'm gonna do a real quick reading and from the Osho Zen Tarot deck and everything. So hope everybody's doing great. This is Wednesday. Middle hump day, some people call it, and it's just basically gonna do a real quick reading here and. Basically, I always do these readings based upon the energy that's in the air, energy that's around us. One of the things that we should know, which some people don't care or whatever, but we're Mercury retrograde, and that's when the planet Mercury is closest to the Earth, and it's the most powerful. Mercury deals with mental situations. It also deals with electronics and things of that nature. So and actually in the real sense, it's not going backwards. It's just kind of like when sometimes it gets closer, it looks like it's slowing down, and the energy is more profound, or whatever. So sometimes during Mercury retrograde, it's good to kind of just chill, meditate a little while, think about what you're going to do, what your plans are, and get organized a little bit, in order to, to deal with the strategy. First card that I picked from the deck is nothingness, no thing. No thingness. And sometimes, it's just that, we're talking about like a 0 point and coming back to, I remember when I was a little kid, and I was probably 8 years old, whatever, and I used to sit and meditate. I didn't know it was meditation at the time, but through my mind, I used to get rid of everything that was around me, I'd be conscious of no thing, and, it's just that, and then, I said like, okay, in no thing, where am I at, and I guess, it came down to I am what I am, I was just in touch with pure consciousness, in a sense, and everything and all matter and all the illusions or whatever you want to call it, were no longer consciously there, so so I was in the state of no thing. Sometimes that's a good state to get into, to regroup and reset, and to see and perceive what is important, aloneness. Aloneness is another card that I picked, so, sometimes, even during the process of no thing, there's also a sub-process of aloneness, and sometimes when we're alone, we, have to find that, we got to find that place, we got to find that, like, place where we're satisfied to be alone, and that's really, that state when you really get to know yourself and know where you're at, and then, make the move based upon where you're at, where you're not at, and but to separate and to become alone with yourself, and so and my next card here is transformation, and transformation is the process basically that we're basically talking about, in terms of becoming one with nothingness, and going to what you call the 0 point, it's just that you're no longer your name, you're no longer what people call you, you're no longer these titles that we become as we go through the matrix, so you're in that point of transformation, point of changing, from because sometimes it's about forgetting everything that you learn and unlearning in order to grow or to elevate, so this is what transformation is all about. And the last card that I picked is rebirth. And it looks like there's an individual on top of the line playing a flute. In the clouds, moving in the clouds, so sometimes you get to that state, and everything that I've been talking about is not an easy process or whatever, it's just because right now we're going through all types of things. I think everybody goes to a certain level of anxiety, but at the same time, if you're conscious of what you're going through and know where you want to go from that, and want to transform from that place that you are conscious of, and and basically image and visualize where you want to go and what you want to be, what you want to level up to, what you want to so that's a process. That's a process of alchemy. That's a process of rebirth, and you become something that you didn't, because your higher self is always that place where you're going, we exist on many levels of dimensions or whatnot, and so basically we're trying to get to that higher self, or whatnot. As you can see in the background, I'm like working on another piece or whatever, so this piece is, as I always say, that it is far from being finished, but it's the process of working, and I always love the spirit of Jean-Michel Basquiat, and so I always work in that vein. A lot of my pieces are in that vein because of the energy of improv, the energy of intuition, the energy of spontaneity. So, because sometimes I find that's the truest expression that we could have. So, anywho, I didn't want to make this long or anything. I just wanted to say a few words, and I hope that again that everybody's doing great. God bless those who are elevating, and hey, remember those who have made the transition to the other realm. Remember our ancestors or whatever, because they're in that place where they can really help us, and hey, they need help too. It's just that keep them alive. Say their names, and hey, Stay strong. Odabo.